Wally, Honest Beers this week. We got a special delivery. We got some non-alcoholic Brainy Brothers beers right in time for Dry July. We did our top 5 AFL players right now, plus a heap of other things as well.
Great, and we'll be drinking these in July, not these, but that's okay. They're good for some. We lost our way about, I don't know, it was 6 or 7 times over the pod. It was a bit chaotic, but when we get there, it's a bit of fun.
Patto's Ponderings returned. He's in no man's land. We had to try and help him out of a hole, and that's pretty much about it.
That's it?
Yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you listen. Welcome to Honest Beers. My name is Leggy, and as always, I'm joined by Wally. How are you, mate?
Very well, mate. Very well. Great weekend. Geez, we had some fun, didn't we?
We had a lot of fun. Also, if people, when you watch this on Spotify or watch on YouTube, I'm just going to be really leaning into my microphone.
Just to make sure everyone can hear you.
I received some feedback last week. I think because I'm in this middle position and I rotate looking at you and DT in the producer's chair that I am not quite at a loud volume. The decibels are not high enough, so I really need to be focusing on that. But no, we did. We had a great weekend. Friday, it all started off. We went to Nixie Knox. Shout out to Chris and the team. Shout out to the Brainy team for having us. Also, shout out to everyone that got down and said Honest Beers and got some free piss. I reckon there were a few people that said Honest Beers a couple of times and maybe got more than one, but that's okay. The bill hasn't come through yet. But
I was one of them.
You probably were one of them. Yeah, well, we got some free food as well.
Yeah, mate, it was great.
It was awesome.
And fantastic.
Look, the other part that made it great was the Socceroos did all that they needed to do. I tell you what, sitting there watching the game, Wally, I thought, fuck, why didn't we back 0-0? Because neither team wanted to play.
We looked at each other and we said that was the bet. And we knew it was the bet. And it was just stupid of us not to do it.
Stupid not to do it. But also, it doesn't really matter. The main thing was we went through. We didn't really want any chances. We just wanted the ball to be played in the middle of the pitch. So that was great. And then we fucking Sunday. Or firstly, before I say that, we went went to the Hawks game on Friday.
Yes, we went to the Hawks game afterwards. That was fantastic.
We also pre-Hawks game bumped into friend of the show, Jack Higgins.
Yes.
Had a good yarn with him.
He's going well, mate.
Probably didn't want to post the photo that we took because you and I looked a little bit pissed. Jack looked fine.
Jack looked great.
You and
I look like, DT, I look like I was asleep standing up.
Yeah.
And it was still daylight.
It was like 3:30 on the Friday. And then...
It's World Cup, mate. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and then we went to the Hawks game, which was great. Behind the glass.
Oh, rare one. It was DT. Have you ever been behind the glass? I'll tell you what. It's probably not for me, long term. I'm more of a man of the people out in the crowd.
You went behind the glass on Sunday again.
But we're at the ice hockey. There's only one place to be.
No, but you were right up against the glass in the VIP area getting free piss.
So I got to tell you, they might be onto something, these corporate hospitality people.
Wow.
It was good.
Extraordinary stuff. But yeah,
can I just say, I took a photo. And we'll put this up, DT. I took a photo of a screenshot of this where it says there was 35,238 people at that game on Friday night.
I took the same screenshot.
There was nowhere near 35,000 people in the MCG. Whoever's doing the numbers, don't worry about Mayo. Don't worry about GST being putting on this. I genuinely think they've just doubled it.
Yeah.
It was.
Do you know what that was?
Empty.
That was a record crowd for Hawthorn and GWS. It's the biggest crowd they've ever played in front of, and it felt like it was...
The cauldron was empty.
It was very empty.
Geez, they've made the photo. They've got the photo. It looks like there's a fair few.
Yeah, they've done well.
It looks like they've taken the background of another game and just... Is that Riccardi or
Cadman? I reckon there was two people in the MCC on the top deck.
Yeah. Well, if you go to the...
I'm like, there must be 20,000 people sitting on our heads that we can't see behind here.
The southern stand side flank around like the AFL members area, that there was no one on the top deck in that portion.
The place was empty. Anyway.
But yeah, so we did that. I'll tell you what, I reckon I had a top 3 weekend of the year because I did... Do you know what? Socceroos get through. Great fun with the Brainy crew and Nixie Knox. Into the Cherry Tree, bump into a few friends of the show, Patto as well, who got a Pondering coming, which is going to be great. Into the Hawks, behind the glass. Yeah. Into no St Kilda whatsoever because they had the bye.
How much do you love the bye?
Into the ice hockey. Into the ice hockey. I had a top 3 weekend.
Hey, if you keep banging the table, DT's going to kill you, I reckon.
Sorry,
I'll see him over there. Okay, listen.
I'm emphasising my point.
Great weekend, loved it all. And then on Sunday morning, so this is one of my biggest dad things that I do now, and it happened on the weekend. I'm really chuffing to come in. on when it's bin day. This last week, I thought this was just as part of my week. So when it's bin day, the night before, obviously, I like to be the first in the street with it. I like mine to be the first in the street.
This is showing the photo.
Yeah, great photo. And that's my thing. I want to have the and I go, Jack, we're first this week, and I've noticed some others are going earlier than they used. I think I'm setting.
What time?
Oh, I'm early.
So it's Sunday night bin night, and yours.
If I'm Sunday night bin night, that bin is out before 9 a.m. on Sunday.
That's fucking ridiculous.
You should put it out Saturday just to really.
Oh no, that's cheating.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Then see if anyone else does it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate. I'm just moving. We're just tightening up the street a little bit.
That's ridiculous.
No, mate. It's so good. I walk in, Dad. Jack's like, "Did we get it first, Dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, mate. We got it again."
Do you know what one of the greatest things is when obviously the bins are done and it comes out and it's the lid's open and it's like the bin and the lid are like keeping the bin up. If you when the lid goes over,
when it's bent over, that's DT.
It looks good.
That's madness, 9 a.m.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what happened to me recently? RE bins 2 weeks ago. The people that come and make sure you're recycling well or not came and were searching through my bins at like 5 a.m. with a light. And then they leave a tag on your bin.
Did you get a tick?
Well, we did. Yeah. Well, I was surprised about because
I would, mate. I'm.
Well, we're in an apartment building though, so it's not all in our control. So there's like multiple.
Oh.
There's like multiple recycling bins. So like we can only do as much as we can for our bins, but
why bother going doing the check at a communal bin? Like they'd know that's a waste of time. Jesus, that'd be a shit job.
Yeah, so I was on the way to the gym.
5 a.m.
I was on the way to the gym.
I could make their life easier because they could come and check mine at 10 in the morning.
That's true.
The day before. Because it's out.
We're gonna
anyway, we're gonna go
off
track.
We're gonna go back to early at some point.
Yeah,
anything else happened for you over the weekend? I mean, I just listed how it was a top 3.
No, that was it. It was absolutely fantastic. Loved everybody.
What about an ice hockey recap for all those people?
Oh, mate, can I tell you?
I saw we were there.
So ice hockey live is great. I'm not as big fan trying to watch it on TV. Mate, they are quick, these blokes. This was electric. And, like, the standard felt really good.
It did. Yeah, it did.
For what is essentially an amateur league. But, like, the atmosphere was good. Ice house, great. Like, it's a massive tick. There's a bar up at one NDT that you can watch from out, or you can get up close to the glass. Or there's a big grandstand. So you can stand like right up on the glass in some areas. You can go up in the grandstand in other areas, which is good. I want to do that next time. I reckon that'll be a nice view. Or there's a bar at the end. And then if you want, you can go into the rink next door, the Bradbury rink.
The Bradbury one.
Called. Yep. You can recreate the Flying V or something.
Yeah, we should get out there and skate at some point.
I can't.
Actually, have you ever? I was going to ask that. Have you ever done?
I just can't do it. I've never skated.
Yeah,
I skate.
I
don't, mate. I'm telling you.
We'll do it.
I don't think you just go and you can do it.
I think you can if you're coordinated. You're coordinated.
Have you ever done it, Leggy?
I've rollerbladed. No, I've ice skated, and I wasn't great, but
It's the hardest thing about rollerblading.
Yeah, go on, say it. Come on, say it. Say it. Oh, come on, you coward. Say the joke. Come on.
Is it telling you?
Yeah, apparently. Oh shit.
No. So when we grew up. When the Mighty Ducks, so I kept thinking about the Mighty Ducks, right, when we were there yesterday. And when we were growing up, my brother and I and friends in the street, we started playing like ice hockey, but on rollerblades.
Yeah.
So we all got into it massively. And you just get used to just moving around and holding, you just get used to it. I reckon you could easily start ice skating and it would come for you. Because you're not uncoordinated.
No, the coordination's fine. I think the balance, I look at it and go, and also, friend of the show, Hummer, back at Sportsbet days, this bloke absolutely wrecked his ankle doing this thing.
How's that insurance claim going?
Well, hopefully it's finalised.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's like, I just saw that and I'm like, this is just a really easy way for me to do all the ligaments in one of my ankles.
Yeah.
Or both. Or my knee.
Your ankles are pretty well supported in the skates.
Okay.
So I've done a couple of times. It's actually really good fun.
Did you just get on the ice and be able to do it straight away?
So I think I did like a lap of kind of like holding the side just to kind of get the bearings right.
Yeah.
And then other like from that you kind of just like let go, just go like really slowly. But no, it's a lot easier than you probably think.
Apparently they have it in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I'm in Vegas, later in the year. I'll do it in
bit of Vegas chat coming up as well.
A bit of Vegas chat. Anyway, yeah.
I loved it though. It was good. Definitely want to go back.
Weekend.
Shout out to O'Brien Icehouse. Shout out to the Melbourne Mustangs. Shout out to Brainy as well, obviously, for having us. James and the team looked after us. It was great. Honestly, great afternoon.
Loved it.
Tickets are really hard to come by.
Yeah, because of these shows, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple of these TV shows that are
off campus.
I haven't seen the show. My wife watches it. I think that's pretty standard in most.
Yeah,
households.
I believe a lot of it is
driven towards
the female audience. That's correct.
Okay. And apparently that has fueled the
interest. Apparently you can't get a ticket.
Sold out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, all
including
through
the
July,
final
and finals are in August or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, all of it.
Honest Beers World Cup, Wally. So last week we did the booze group. Japan got absolutely ripped out, which was deflating for them.
Mate, I don't know what's
on the
going
whiskey
on
front.
there.
And then Jamison
I don't know
got
what I've done.
replaced.
Can I just tell you, Japan would be... I reckon if I was going to go, if someone said, what's your favourite country on earth that you've never visited, it'd be a tie between Japan and Italy, because I know I'm going to love them. Vietnam would obviously be up there for culinary reasons. But like, I love Japan and everything about it. But like, they've missed the...
Obviously don't like it enough.
Yeah, they've missed the group
DT's
again.
going to Vietnam soon.
And where else?
Thailand,
Thailand. Oh. Global massage tour.
Yeah. It feels like you laughing like a child. It feels like the last few weeks we've been on a sort of an amateur sports
tour.
Amateur
/ semi-professional sports.
Massage tour. July, August.
It's where you got to go, mate. You can't be paying $200 for an hour in Dota, like, you know, all the nights you got to go. They walk on your back over there, I believe, DT.
They do more than that. They do more than that.
Oh, wow.
You're telling the story. Like,
but anyway, so let me skip. This has been a horrific start to this weekly show. But anyway, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
So, Honest Beers World Cup, coming through number one on the fan vote was Australia, obviously for beers. So, Australia through to the knockout stage, which is huge. And, unbelievably, the second team to go through that group, or the second country to go through that group, was, thank you, Ireland.
yes.
Jamo. So Jamo got through after not even being in the original list, but went through in a landslide.
This is fitting. Do you remember when Ireland missed out when Thierry Henry handballed the ball twice and France got through and Ireland missed out in the World Cup? This is the reverse of that. We've finally righted the wrongs. They weren't going in. Then they were, because they were meant to be going in for a person. Yeah, they were going in for a person, which we'll talk about next week. Can I just? I need to do a bit of an intro here. So this week, the group that we're targeting is a reason to visit a place, like a destination. But can I just say, Wally, after, and DT, I want your views. After Japan didn't get in for food and didn't get in for boo, got rescinded, got removed from booze. I feel bad. Surely Japan DT gets in this week.
You'd have to think so. Unless, like, he must hate the place if it doesn't get in.
I don't hate the place.
Judging off last week, it seems like you do.
All right,
I'm not putting words in your mouth, but
another group of death, because this is stacked.
So this is places to visit. Sort of.
I don't think anyone could have an issue with this. I think that this is a really strong group. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, let's start. We'll start strong.
A lot of pressure on here.
First one, USA get their start.
Oh.
USA get their start, and they're getting their start with Vegas.
Yeah,
because going to Vegas and doing Vegas is very us.
Yeah.
You could pick anywhere in the States. There's so much cool shit. But I thought Vegas, it's the punning capital of the world. It's what we're about. Yeah. You can do everything there as well.
Fits in with the show.
Awesome. Beers on the street, unbelievable.
Everything. So Vegas goes. Next one, DT, more for you, the younger people. Spain goes in for Ibiza.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's really important. We need the party destination. Next one, there was initial talk. The two teams vying for the beer spot in the drinks were Australia and Germany. We went with Australia, rightly so, because Aussie beers are just fucking awesome. Germany goes in for Oktoberfest.
Wow, this is
Oktoberfest.
Oh, this is 3 out of 5, and I'm not saying Japan. You've got two spots.
He's going to save it for last.
You've got two spots.
Next one here. I think that we could agree this has to go in. They don't feature in the World Cup much anymore. They have won a Euros, but they don't feature in the World Cup. But Greece for the Greek Islands.
Wow.
We're happy with that?
Oh,
We're happy with that.
So 5's Japan, I'm assuming.
It's not.
It's not.
So 5, I wanted, I still want like the top nations there, and probably food. Probably food, but probably not quite there. Couldn't get in for drinks. It wasn't going in for people.
I'll tell you what.
I've made the decision that Brazil for Carnival, which is one of the biggest parties ever.
Tell you what.
Going to Carnival in Brazil is the fifth spot.
Wally, can I just say, you are going to need next week, almost like when Leonardo DiCaprio won the Oscar for The Revenant. Wasn't his best performance, but he got it after all of the setbacks and the false, all the missed opportunities. If Japan is not in, this is the last chance you've got for Japan to go into this. Japan not featuring in this World Cup would be staggering.
So the way I'm looking at this,
staggering when you look at the categories.
Do we think that Japan would have qualified through the food group?
I personally think Japanese food is better than Vietnamese.
No,
food.
but do you think the general with the push?
Oh, sorry, would it have gone through?
The push
not
that we have given Vietnamese food on this
Italy
podcast.
was always going through.
Italy
and Mexico are on its own thing.
Mexico was two.
I think it could have. It was Mexico. I think it could have challenged two, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Okay. Well, I don't feel as bad because you haven't heard.
But can I just
5 more spots?
Can I just say, Wally?
Do we? Okay.
Can I just?
Let's say
though,
go.
Whiskey got in, and it was meant to be whiskey originally.
Yeah, but Jamo's different. Jamo's different.
I don't reckon Scotland for Scotch would have beaten it. Maybe France for wine, and then Russia for vodka. I reckon Japan for whiskey was getting in the booze group.
Oh, okay.
So I think they would have been through to the knockout phase.
In both other groups, you think?
Well,
maybe they
definitely booze. Maybe I tend to agree with DT. Maybe they would have fallen third in food, but they still would have been in it up to their eyeballs.
Okay, my question now is: apart from them, do we think the list is good? Like, would Japan? What would you be able to say we're going to in Japan that would replace one of those? Would you just say Tokyo? That's our city experience is Japan.
I mean, there's Shibuya Crossing. It's probably more of a touristy. I mean, like I've been there. Like Tokyo.
This is for us. Like the 5 I've said are essentially.
There probably.
Let me tell you this. There's 2 of the biggest party events in the world in Carnival and Oktoberfest. Then 3 party towns or 2 party towns and a group of islands which are like
I don't think Japan makes it through.
Okay, thank you. No, it wouldn't get out of the group.
I've never been to Japan, but I'm maybe later in the year, so I'll be able to have a better story.
But they're not getting out of that group.
No.
They could have got out of the food group. They might have got out of the alcohol group. You guys don't know what's in store though. There's still 5 places. So
I see what you're saying with Japan. I mean, I went there. What was it 8 months ago? I know what you. It's beautiful. It's an amazing country. I know what you're saying. There maybe isn't the event or the specific location, but I think in terms of a holiday,
you know what's funny? Yeah, go.
It's better. It's better than some of those.
Not a single team from the UK yet. Isn't that interesting?
Maybe you're going to go with people.
Yeah,
not a single team from the UK.
I wonder what the next list is going to be next week.
Well,
hearing a lot more from DT this week, by the way. It's almost,
he's up and about.
Yeah,
I'm standing up. I like standing up.
See,
I feel more involved.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, nice.
Heard more from DT on the pod than we do in the group chat at the moment.
Because he's training. He's so busy training.
All right, Wally. So great effort again, although the Japanese people will not be happy. But can you just recap the 5 nations that are qualifying for this week's Honest Beers World Cup group?
Yeah, these are things to do / places to visit in our destinations. USA for Las Vegas, Spain nominated for Ibiza, Germany because of the Oktoberfest, Greece because of the Greek islands, and we are going with Brazil because of Carnival.
Huge. Well, next week is the last week of the group stage.
Yep.
But it'd be great to see, fascinating to see which 2 nations go through from this week.
Yes.
Honestly, it's brought to you by Brainy Brothers, our friends at Brainy Brothers who looked after us multiple times over the weekend. So shout out to them.
We love them.
But before we get into it, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that it is, I believe, June 29 today. So we're recording on Monday. It's June 29. So in a couple of days, July will roll around as it does, Michael, on the calendar. Yeah. And for a lot of people, July means dry July. It can mean that. It doesn't have to mean that, but if you wanted it to mean it, whether it's a charitable cause or you just want to have a few weeks of getting your body right and maybe getting, stopping all the piss you've been drinking through winter.
Ahead of September, yep.
Ahead of September, it makes sense. And so we wanted to talk about before we get into the list, just wanted to advertise because we haven't advertised it. It is not here. Here we've got the midi, we've got the lager, we've got the pale ale, we've got the draft, and we've got the stout, the Steve Stout. We have not.
So that's what we'll be drinking.
Well, that's what
July.
we'll be drinking. But there is another.
There is another one for other people.
There is a Walkerville Ale non-alcoholic Brainy Brothers drink that you can have in dry July. And the best thing about this, when we've gone through like the history of the Brainy Brothers, right? They've taken us through it, where it originated, when it originated, some of the beers that have been born from, the Brainy family. This used to be called a non-intoxicating.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that, but you can't, for reasons, obviously, lawful reasons, you can't describe a beer as a non-intoxicating because obviously that would be, I guess, irresponsible to say that. But you can do it on honest beers.
You can.
So if you want to have a non-intoxicating ale this dry July, Brainy Brothers is the place to do it. You'll be able to find it in online stores, whatever it might be. DM us, DM the Brainy crew, and we'll have a slab of those. Once July rolls around, maybe we'll have a non-intoxicating ale on the
I reckon what we should do, I reckon we could run a comp too. We'll do this next week once we're in July, where we can give away some beers to people that are actually doing dry July. I think that makes sense.
And we're pretty close to selecting the person that won the slab from last week's competition because we got heaps of really good DMs. There's a couple that stand out that we're just going to need to decide. We shared a few of those across the stories last week, but we'll be making a call on that this week. So the slab will be sent to you, the winner, later this week. But
we'll post that
good
out.
shout on the non-alcoholic. But anyway, honest list brought to you by Brainy Brothers Wally. I thought, you know what? Let's just change it up. We've done a lot of beer themed stuff. Mm-hmm. We're at sort of past the midway point of the AFL season. What if we did our top 5 players in the AFL right now? Not over the course of the entire season, right now, who are the top 5 players in the AFL, Wally?
And this is just, you want them on your list for the rest of the year, not to build a club around, and so you're not worried about age, you just go...
It's right now. It's right now.
Fuck, this is so hard, man.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I've written a little bit of a justification for him as well. Number 5.
Yep.
Luke Jackson.
Yep.
From
Love that. Like it.
I think he's the best rucker in the comp at the moment, and he's one of those players that's a genuine difference maker. He's kicked over 15 goals, so he's over a goal a game. He can play mid, he can play ruck, and as a forward, he's starting to become really impactful. When there's been a lot of close games that Freo have been in, or games where they've needed to turn the screws, he's been one of the main contributors to doing so. So much so that none of us have even really noticed that Sean Darcy's not playing. Obviously, Mason Cox has been playing, but yeah, he's clearly the number 1 ruck there. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be DT and Wally right now. I would not want to be an All-Australian selector because if you're choosing a ruck, you got to choose between Luke Jackson, Grundy, and Max Gawn.
He's
number 1.
Number 1.
Maybe he just.
There's no way anybody that watches believes that Max Gawn is having a better season than Luke Jackson.
I bet you what they'll do is they'll put Jackson as a forward pocket and they'll put Gawn in the right.
I reckon.
Guarantee.
I reckon. Like I think Brodie Grundy's probably got to play as well.
I think all 3 of them are probably in. Number 4, and he could have been higher, but it's Jordan Dawson. Has there been a better player than Jordan Dawson in the last 4 to 5 weeks?
Yes.
Probably not. He's got plenty of it. I think his kicking is so damaging, and he's also started to kick more goals, which is really important. I think the highlight was that 3-goal game against the Dogs. But I think the other thing with Dawson that I love is just his versatility. Like, he can play him behind the ball. He can go forward. In fact, that Dogs game he went forward and was really impactful.
Yeah.
Clearly, he can play in the mid. He can play on a wing. He can take big marks. He's not slow, and he's just the penetration off that left foot is amazing. So Jordan Dawson, number 4.
Yeah.
Number 3. The hardest call I reckon I made was the 3 and 2 because I reckon they're interchangeable. But I have Isaac Heaney at number 3. Yeah. I reckon he just sneaks in at 3, but it could have gone 2. He's kicked 24 goals this year.
Yeah,
24-9 or something like that. He's also had, I think, his highest disposal season this year. The thing with him is that he just knows how to change games. He knows when to get stuck in. I watched it firsthand in the Saints game where the St Kilda looked like they had the momentum and Heaney kind of turned it, and he's done it on a number of other occasions. The Swans are in a little bit of a down trajectory, and that could keep going, but certainly not Isaac Heaney's fault because he is a genuine star. Number 2, Nick Dacos.
Should have been higher.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. The numbers are all time. Like, what he's doing is, if Nick Dacos, I'm saying this right now, even though he's not my number 1, if he doesn't win the Brownlow this year, like, at some point there needs to be something done. An investigation into how. I'll tell you how much I noticed how good Nick Dacos is because I backed him for 40 plus against Richmond. He only had 3 in the first quarter, and I go, well, my bet's washed. He still didn't quite get 40. He had 37.
Yeah.
Kick 3 as well. The thing with Nick that's amazing is I just think he's playing within himself. The reason why I didn't put him number 1 is because I think he's playing within himself. I think he's toying with his opponents. I think he's like, we're playing Richmond. I can just cruise around and get 37. Probably be the best on ground, but I still reckon he's got another level to go to, which is kind of frightening. I think he needs a challenge, and once the Pies get some tougher games, I reckon you'll see him rise. And obviously the number one, because I didn't name him in the other spots, is Bont. But I think the Bont-Dacos debate's a really tough one, because you could make a case for both. The only reason I am saying that Bont is number one, and I'm going to do this exercise, right now, you're picking in the schoolyard. Marcus Bontempelli is standing there and Nick Dacos is standing there. Which one are you choosing?
Yeah. Well, you'll see with my list.
Okay. Well, I think
you're choosing the Bont.
I think you're choosing the Bont. Mainly because of the physical attributes. Like, he played in the ruck against the Saints. He played in the fucking ruck against the Saints the other week. Then he went forward and kicked that unbelievable goal that Flanners couldn't do in about 150 attempts. And you can play him in the square. You can play him anywhere. I just think he just gets in there. But like it's kind of like 1A and 1B with those two. So that's my top 5.
Very good, Leggy. This was so hard because you go through this list and you go, like, it's just ridiculous.
Do you have John Newcomb in the top 5?
No, I don't have John.
Do you have a
Newcomb.
Hawks player?
No, I don't have any Hawks players in the top 5.
Wiz.
I think the Wiz and John Newcomb are having great years.
The Wiz is playing unbelievable.
Yeah, I think John Newcomb, just due to the way the Brownlow works and the amount of games we're going to win, and now it's a bit different with Will Day.
Yeah.
Players not taking votes. He could be the fly in the ointment when it comes to Brownlow night, just quietly, the way he's going. Anyway, my list is very, very similar. I honestly, it's just slightly different in terms of order. So I'll whip through mine. The one there's two players I just wanted to say that they're 6 and 7 or they're equal 6, that Butters and Cozzy, that I couldn't get. And I just want to call out, I think Cozzy's gone from a genuine small forward that goes in the midfielder to a genuine bona fide mid that
like
can
90%.
kick goals, which is great. And just Butters showed us again why he's good. Biggest stage, showdown, they're extreme underdogs.
Loved it,
I don't think anyone saw that coming. That result.
Yeah.
I thought Adelaide were going to talk. So my number 5 is I have him, and it's the recency bias is great around him, but I'm just looking forward to I looked a little bit more at the body of work we've seen for the whole season, but I've got Jordan Dawson at 5.
Yep.
And I'm very happy with that. But can I be honest? I could have had the other two that I just mentioned miss. I have Luke Jackson at 4. I think he's just like shit. He could be number 1. Like what he's actually doing at the moment.
I probably should have had him higher than 5.
Yeah, but like he's at 4. Number 3 for me is Nick Dacos.
Yep.
Because I reckon the top 3 are hard to separate.
Yep.
Isaac Heaney's at 2. I just think that what Isaac Heaney does, it's just that it's a personal. I love that forward mid type, and I just love what they're able to do.
That's why I struggle.
He's the best in the game.
That's why I struggle with the Dacos Heaney.
Yeah, I know. The thing with Heaney, right, and it could be anyone. With Heaney, I go, I try and as well go, hey, we don't see as much. He's based up in Sydney. You've got to go. We're like Dacos, we're living and breathing him. He's playing on the MCG. You're seeing him all the time. It could be either or, but the fact that if you try and tag Heaney, he'll just go forward and kick 5.
Yeah.
Is absolutely insane. And number 1 for me, I agree, it's the Bont. I think that every time we start going, guys, he dropped down a little bit. He puts on a performance like he did last week. And
I know a lot of people are, but it looks as if he's the knee. He's in a fair bit of discomfort as well, based on the strapping.
Can he just win a Brownlow though?
Yeah,
going to be? Are we going to have another year where? I mean, he could. There is a world in which he wins another AFL MVP. He wins another Lee Matthews medal and finishes without a Brownlow. I'm fine with Dacos not winning the Brownlow if Bont wins it this year because Dacos is going to win one.
I'm only fine if Dacos doesn't win it if it's Bont though.
Yeah,
I could see a world where like a player that I don't even think is in the top 20 and Bailey Smith wins it. I could just see it happening, but I could just see it happening just because he gets the footy a lot and he moves quickly and his running capacity is great. I could just see like that happening, which would be a fucking travesty.
That's strong.
It would be.
This is the thing: is what happens with
Bailey Smith won. So I'm going to say Bailey Smith won the Brownlow. It's 2018 all he wants.
I'll give you an example. 2001, Jason Ackermanis won the Brownlow. Ackermanis was great, but it was Andrew McLeod that he beat that year, and Andrew McLeod should have won the Brownlow.
Agreed.
Like it was just there's certain times that a worthy player wins, but they've just like Cripper, mate. Cripper's elite.
One's enough for him though. Didn't
I know, but winning that second one, it's not
by the amount of votes he had as well.
It's just so sometimes
Yeah.
you just and then sometimes it evens out like Judd and Swanee pinching each other's here the 2 years in a row. So like,
can I just say the captains agree with us in terms of 4 out of the 5 players. Sorry, not the captains, the coaches award. My apologies. Now Nick Dacos number 1, 93 votes with a huge lead over Bont, 78. Luke Jackson number 3, 76. Isaac Heaney number 4 at 69. But no Jordan Dawson, probably because he missed a couple of games. But Max Holmes is number 5. I would have Max Holmes nearly in my top 10, I reckon. So I'm okay with him being at number 5 based on the coaches' votes. And we sort of deem that the coaches generally are much better. Well, they clearly are a much better judge than the umpires are.
Of course they are.
So, we'll take that. Shows that the radar's on. But that was good. That was all brought to you by Brainy Brothers. And I've just received some word from the Brainy Brothers. That's why I've been on my phone. Justin from the Brainy team is going to deliver some of the non-alcs in like 11 minutes. So
amazing.
On this show, we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to show the non-alc that I spoke about earlier on.
Look at that. The call has been answered.
The call has been answered. It's almost like he knew. Something I want to talk about, Wally.
Yes.
Something that we've been talking about, and it
Yes.
works perfectly because the Brainy Brothers will be involved. But we've been talking about doing a pub golf / pub crawl to some of the more prominent venues and stockists that serve Brainy.
Yeah.
And it's looking like this is going to happen on July 18.
Yeah, looking forward to this one, Lee. This is going to be a
huge.
good one. So we're just working out how it's all going to look at this stage, but there'll be some good content. This is what we've told our partners, that this is very much a content trip.
It's all locked away.
It's all blocked. It's all been sealed and as a content trip. So we're looking forward to that. So that'll be something good that we can bring to the Honest Beers community, and there might be an opportunity at the end of it if people want to come down and have a few beers.
So we haven't worked out the exact mechanic. In fact, anyone listening right now, if you want to tell us how to run pub golf, we'd love to hear it. But clearly, it's only going to be beer that we're drinking. So just keep that in mind.
We're just drinking beers. That's why. And we understand how, we know how pub golf works. But like, what we want to know is, can somebody give us a pub golf with purely beers?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe there's got to be a Boilermaker involved.
Yes.
Sake bomb.
Yes. That's good.
That's sake bomb. You could do like pony, pot, scooey, pint, Imperial, as they say in Adelaide. Like you could do, maybe we could structure up. There's got to be a way. That's another thing. Can we just let us know if there's other beers, ways of drinking beer that we're not across?
That'd be good to know.
Shoeies, a sandal.
A sandal.
Yeah, you put the beer down the sandal. I don't know.
All that would be good to know. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to 5 venues that, as I said, Brainy Brothers are stocked in, and then we're going to finish up at Nixie Knox. And I reckon if anyone, maybe if people want to pop down to Nixie Knox, they can. No pressure. It's not like a proper
dressing
event,
up in golf attire?
I think you got her.
I heard your wife was very pleased with you in golf attire.
She is.
She said she thinks Michael looks a little bit.
Yeah, she likes me.
Fetching. In his golf attire.
Wow.
But I think we could dress up as whatever you want. If you want to go as, Luke Jackson.
John Daly this year.
Yeah, or Luke Jackson, because we've been seeing how excited we got about him before. You could do that.
All right.
Go as whoever you want.
Good stuff. All right.
Go as your favourite Brainy brother.
There's a massive game of footy on that night as well, just saying at the MCG.
Is that Geelong Collingwood?
Collingwood Carlton.
Collingwood Carlton.
Well, the timing will work perfectly because we'll wrap up if anyone wants to go to that game.
Yeah, there you go.
With wildcard implications, no doubt.
Massive wildcard implications.
Yeah.
I'll
just run through it. So
Carlton will be fresh off a loss to the Hawks.
We were blessed pretty well. So that day, the 18th of July, Port play Freo at the Adelaide Oval, North play Melbourne at Marvel, the aforementioned Collingwood Carlton, and then Optus Stadium is West Coast Brisbane. So it's not the greatest day of football.
It's a good day. It's a good day to go and do something else.
But it's a good day of football to be at fucking Nixie Knox and go
day
to the Collingwood game afterwards.
Yeah. Well, that's great news. All right, so pub golf is a go. And
just send us through like how we would best bring beer into this.
We've got 9 holes, and it's all about beer. So we need to know how we're going to do it.
Yep.
Because we want to do it properly.
Yeah, and we've got as I said, the mid, the lager, the pale ale, the draft, and the stout.
And even if you're not drinking, they're non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Imagine doing pub golf
non-intoxicating.
Non-alcoholic. It'd be a punish.
100%. A segment that has been in the wilderness for many months is back. It's Patto's Ponderings.
I've heard about this. I've heard this.
Patto, I bumped into Patto today because we work near each other, and Patto said to me, I made some bad choices over the weekend. and he's told me one of the specific choices that he made, which we're going to play the audio message that he sent through, and then Wally, I'm going to want your take on this. But Patto's in the dumps, and the only thing Patto can do when he's in the dumps is create a pondering and try and get out of it, and we're here to help him.
All right, let's do it.
Patto's Ponderings returns, hopefully, in a big way.
Lads, the pondering this week's a bit of self-reflection. I've never thought I would be one of those guys that fall asleep on a train, wake up on the wrong train line at a random station past midnight. Scared, lonely, phone battery dead. Maybe I'm 40 now and I just need to realise that my best days are past me, but just keen for your thoughts on that and what I should do next. Dry July's around the corner. Is it time? Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Just before you answer, Wally, there's some other context. Not only that, because he was passed out, because his phone died, and because he had no idea where he was, he got off and he had to, like Maroon 5 says, use a payphone to call Steph, his wife, and she had to arrange an Uber to pick him up from the location that he was in at midnight, 1 a.m. And then not only that, he had a family dinner on Sunday night, which I should...
How did he use the payphone? Did he have coins on him?
I'm not sure, actually, how he did that. He must have had...
On payphones might be free now.
I think they're free for like a minute or so.
Okay.
I believe.
Cool.
So he used a payphone, and then he had to front up to a family. Well, not only that, he had all of the Sunday sport duties he had to do with his kids, but then not only that, he had to then go to a family dinner on Sunday night, and I think Steph sort of grilled him in front of all of his family.
Are we talking end of the line train areas? Like how far past?
Well, from what he said, he was on a different line. So I don't even know how he's ended up or heading towards sort of reservoir type area, which is not where he lives.
Okay.
I'm not going to reveal where he lives, but
so
yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Dry July may be an overreaction, Patto. So let's just slow down. We don't.
We have a non-intoxicating.
We do, but the whole thing is we just
that.
okay. Have
you ever done it?
No, I haven't. I've fallen asleep in a cab.
Yes, so we've all done that.
We've all done that. I've probably haven't always covered myself in glory on the way home, but I don't think I've ever fallen asleep on a train. I've had a lot of mates do this. I had a mate that used to fall. Do you know the Night Rider buses?
Oh yeah.
So he used to fall asleep on the Night Rider weekly.
Weekly?
I'm talking. No, I won't do that to him.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah. Anyway, he used to fall asleep weekly and end up like in Dandy, and he would go, "Fuck, I've done it again," sort of areas. And I remember one time we're at my joint, and he went, and then he came, and we were still up, we were kicking on, and it was about 2 a.m. and we go, he came by, we go, and he goes, "I fucking did it again." Fell asleep, fucking idiot. What am I doing? And we're like, mate, don't worry. But he kept doing it.
Yeah.
He didn't get off. He didn't give up. And eventually, one time, he stayed up the whole way and made it home. So Patto, mate, I don't think you need to be giving up.
That's
on
good
this.
Advice.
The other thing is, mate, I think that you get to a point, just pass, like maybe you need to go old school, Patto, and carry around cash, and then just tail a cab and just hand them your license and the cash, or write the address down before you go out on a card.
Yeah.
And just go cash in that.
So
that's
smart.
it.
Yeah.
It's all you need to do. That's how it used to work back in the day. But it sounds like you wouldn't be able to function to be able to order an Uber or anything like that.
I love how all the advice has been just ways of getting around it rather than maybe drink slightly less.
Well, I mean, you don't know. Where was he? When was this?
This was Saturday because we saw him Friday.
Oh,
he was too pissed to make it to where we were on Friday.
And so he's backed up. Oh, he was at a function.
He was at the footy. He was at Collingwood Richmond and he went to a function.
Was that a past players function?
No, because it was Collingwood's home game. I think. I believe it was the Collingwood President's function.
So there you go. So he's obviously had a good day. He's been a guest at a President's function.
Twilight game. He's ended up lost at the train at 1 a.m. So he's had a crack.
It would have been highly irresponsible to go straight home after it. So, you can't be. You're at that sort of night. People have invited you.
People up and about. Yeah. No, you got to do that. I agree. Well, that's good advice for him. Patto, when you listen to this, hopefully that's helped.
Yes.
Get through it. DT's list.
Yes.
What do you got?
Yes. So going back to the movies.
Yep.
I want you guys to tell me what the top 5 highest grossing films of all time are.
Oh.
Okay.
Avatar.
Yes.
Avatar 2?
Yes. So that was Avatar's 1 and Avatar The Way of Water is number 3.
Okay. Titanic.
4?
Yep.
Fucking all over this. One of the Lord of the Rings.
No.
Okay. Good.
See how leggy goes.
Yeah, I'm battling with this.
I don't reckon you'll get number 5, so I'll put in number 6 because I reckon that's more likely to get the number 5.
One of the Star Wars.
That was number 6. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Okay.
I don't reckon you'll get number 5.
Which one's that?
I don't know.
I think that was one of the new ones. It was in 2015.
Okay. I haven't seen that.
So you just got number 2.
Is there a Harry Potter in there?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Wow.
All right. So,
Got to think franchises because this is normally the worst movies.
he's in a Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame.
Correct.
Yeah. There you go.
Got to
Not
think all
bad.
the franchise movies.
Hang on. Give us a hint for number 5. Give us a hint. I reckon we can get
It's a
it.
Chinese movie.
Oh. Have we heard of it?
Came out in 2025.
Have we heard of it?
I've never heard of it, so
Oh.
I don't know if you would.
What is it?
Ni Za 2?
No.
No.
Never heard of it.
But Avatar, $2.9 billion.
Wow.
Wow.
And then like Star Wars was $2 billion in 2015. So
Jeepers.
that was quick.
Where's the Mighty Ducks on that list?
I think they're 7th.
They probably were
Mate.
at some point. Maybe got passed by all those Avatar. All those things
Oh,
came
no,
out.
that was easy.
Titanic was later as well.
There you go.
That was
I
all
feel
later.
like I did a bit of heavy lifting there, but that's all right. Like
The franchise movies are not my strong suit. I watch proper cinema, but yeah, it's all good.
French cinema for legal.
Yeah, no, I've
All right, yeah, good on
I've
you,
never
mate.
seen a Lord of the Rings. I've never
Yeah,
seen
neither.
an Avengers. I've seen Avatar 1. I haven't seen the second one.
Yep.
I've seen Titanic. I think everyone's seen Titanic. I'd never watch it again. It's aged terribly. Simon's choice.
So what I've done this time is I wanted to give you some this or that. So I like the quick fire this or that, and I thought I'd go around a couple of areas of
Like
life.
this.
I just thought we're speaking a bit about relationships now. And there's, Patto's talking about his. Yeah, I'm sure that would have affected
The
things at
plighted
home.
Patterson, yep.
But I thought I'd ask you a couple of relationship ones that are a bit interesting. Detail. I'll be very interested to hear his responses here.
Okay.
All right, first one. Let's start strong. Leggy, would you rather your partner read every text you've ever sent or get a list of everything you've ever searched online?
Wow. Probably
Neither are good.
neither are good. Probably everything I've searched.
Oh.
I think my some of the stuff I've said in group chats after a Saints loss, I don't think I want anyone reading, to be honest.
That's so specific.
Yeah.
What about you, DT? What would be worse in your? What would be worse? I
no
reckon DT's with the option of text or what you've Googled
I reckon DT
planning
is-
overseas travel.
Yeah, I think DT be text, surely.
Yeah, probably text. I don't
Yeah.
reckon I've sent any. Yeah, fuck it. I feel like people have searched.
Mine
some
would be
weird shit.
text.
People would. Yeah, I'd be text.
Mine would be text. I don't fucking say anything bad.
Search your
Oh,
shit
so
up.
yeah, you search up some weird shit then.
Yeah, yeah,
Hawthorne highlights when you.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of that. The search stuff is really, it's embarrassing for the wrong reasons.
Remember that? I'm not going to say it, but do you remember that? Do you remember that search you said you were going to do about 10 years ago when you had that week? You had that week to yourself.
That's bullshit. He's making it up.
Hey, no one knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, mate, I tell you, some of the fucking highlights from the 90s and 2000s, VFL, AFL, DT,
Does
very,
wonders
very,
for you.
very good. All right, next one.
Wally, sorry to be rude, got to cut you off. Justin from Braining has just arrived, and he's got our non-alcoholic beers, which we
Go get
spoke
'em.
about in the
Oh,
segment. So
go
let me
get
come back.
'em.
Bring them in. Hopefully they're cold.
Go get him.
Delivery.
Here we go.
Oi! I like the cans.
The aforementioned. Get the product shot in there.
Got the name right? Nice.
Got him here, which is great. So again, dry July. Make sure you have a fair few of these.
There you go.
We'll talk more about them.
They'll
in the
be
coming
good, mate.
weeks.
They'll be very good.
Great
All
to
right.
have another prop on set. But Wally, keep going with Simon's Choice.
Next one, we're going to, so as I said, we'll bounce around a few different
Yep.
this or that. So we'll start whipping through them now. Next one is beer related, which is fitting. This was further down the list, but they've come in, so I'll ask the question now.
Sure.
Would you rather be able to have a beer every day over the month, just normal, just get up, beer whenever you want, or you can't drink all month, but on any said day, once a month, you can just go to town and have up to 30?
I reckon it's to go to town. I think just one a day is not really like, at least you know that so you can't have any more than one a day. Is that what you're saying?
No, you're just having one a day.
Yeah.
You can have a
knowing-
beer each day.
No,
like
no,
you can knock off whatever it is.
No. I want to know that I've got something in store.
And then, so I reckon I'm the same, DT. I reckon that I would just be happy to cruise through build myself up, and then go bang once a month.
Also, you'll feel good like you've earned that
Oh my
that
God.
big one as well.
The blowout would be incredible.
Yeah, when would you have that blowout? Like the end of the month?
I reckon the end of the month.
Yeah.
I'd space it so whenever I do it, it would be you give yourself as long as possible to get to the next one. So you're not like
Yeah, because you're not going to want to drink straight
Or what if you
away
go
after.
strategic? You go the 31st and the 1st, a 2-day bender, because it's technically two different months.
Nah, I reckon it would be so much better waking up fresh because you felt great. You haven't had a drink in a month, and then just absolutely responsibly
Annihilating into as many beers.
launch and annihilate as many hands as possible.
Agreed. I love it. Love it.
All right. So we obviously threw a beer one in there because of the timing of it. But as I said, it was looking more at the relationship thing. So would you rather accidentally send a nude to your boss or to a family WhatsApp group?
I'd probably prefer to send it to the family.
It's full.
Oh, yeah, it has to be family. Look, it's not good, and yeah, you've got them for the rest of your life, but your parents have already seen it. Your sibling may have seen it accidentally at some point. Yeah, look, there's some people in your family that you don't want to see it, but the boss, I imagine going to work every day and just sort of, like, your family move on. They move on. You do something stupid again in a couple of weeks, but I reckon the boss never gets over it, and if that gets out, the boss has got it over you too.
Yeah. I actually went into this thinking it was the boss was the answer. I think you're right.
Nah. Well, your family have seen it.
It's 100 times worse as well if it's a female boss.
Yeah, if it's a female boss, you
Well,
can't do
you're
that.
getting sacked.
Because then that's a lot
You're getting sacked.
different.
You probably get, you just quietly, I mean, you might be getting sacked either way.
True. Yeah, true. Definitely.
Okay, it's the family.
I can't believe you were going to say boss.
Well, I was just thinking, who cares? You know, you might move on from the company. It's over. But
Well, if you got a good boss,
well, that's the other thing. It just depends. Yeah, no, you're right. It's the family. Your family forgive you for all the stupid shit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a good result either way.
Yeah, I think it's a bad result either way, but I think
you'd hope it's a good one.
you just can't.
Good pick.
Yeah, true. No, you just can't. You
All right.
can't send it to your boss. We got through.
We did get through.
Thanks to the Brainy Brothers for their support. Thanks for the delivery of the non-alc. We'll obviously get around that. Stay tuned to the socials. We'll announce who won the slab from last week. And obviously, Wally's going to cop some furore from the Japanese listeners.
One more week.
I hope they get in. But anyway, Wally, great stuff, mate. Well done.
Likewise.
Go Saints.
Go Hawks.